the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. On the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I consider impossible is losing. I've been waiting on the sidelines for a long time. Now I'm finally getting in the game. It's about time. This is my time. This is my time. The only thing I
Can you turn your light off? I guess it's hard for me to sleep like this.
I'm almost over this chapter. I got about 30 more minutes.
30 minutes?
Yeah.
I can't sleep. All right.
A few moments later.
Babe, I mean, it's been 10 minutes. Can you please shut it off? I got to wake up early in the morning.
I have about 20 more minutes on this chapter. This is my only time to read.
I understand, but I have to get up early in the morning. Can you just read in the morning? I mean, I have a lot I have to do tomorrow.
Didn't you just get a sleep mask?
You know what? You right.
Use it.
Manta sleep, baby.
I don't know how you sleep with that thing on.
It's actually comfortable. Pitch black. I don't have to worry about your light. I'll be able to sleep just fine.
Well, enjoy it. Looks good on you.
This actually feels good. Good night, baby.
Good night, baby.
Love you too.
Ladies and gentlemen, check out Manta Sleep. The link to the website is in the description of this video. Make sure that you use promo code TDPHINSTALK. That is TDPHINSTALK. Again, make sure you check them out. Supporting our sponsors is supporting the channel. If you can't sleep when it's bright, these masks will turn out the light. Manta Sleep. Check them out.
Super Bowl. Super Bowl. Super Bowl. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? It's time to put up or shut up. It's time to put up or shut up, Miami Dolphins. It is time to put up or shut up. Running back Dalvin Cook is officially released. Well, not officially. Tomorrow they will officially release him. But it's time to put up or shut up. You done loaded this freaking roster. This is the best roster I can recall us ever having. Don't stop. Don't stop here. And don't let nobody tell y'all it's about money. We got plenty money. When they restructure Christian, that's another 10 million freed up. When they give Connor his extension, that's another 7 million freed up. When they give Robert Hunt his extension, another 2 to 3 million. It ain't gonna have nothing to do with money. Nothing to do with money. What you gonna do, Miami? It's time to put up or shut up. All these reports that we were so close in March, but we got cold feet. Oh, you ain't got to worry about the big giant contract. You ain't got to worry about the draft capital. You just got to sign him and get it for a solid deal. I know he ain't going to take pennies, but if you were that close and you chicken out, you can't lose in this situation. He's a Dolphin, ladies and gentlemen. Dalvin Cook is a Dolphin. How do you go from being this close and having to give all of that up to now he's a free agent and you're going to give him less money than what his contract was, obviously? He's a Dolphin. Any circumstance where we screw this up, nah, Chris Greer, you ain't that dude like people make it out to be. You ain't that dude like people make it out to be. And this is home. And this is home. Nah, you ain't. Now let's be real. Let's just keep it up front right now. I done already told y'all. Do we absolutely have to have Cook or need him? No, but we also don't need 2 top 10 wide receivers. But we got them. We also don't need 2 top corners, but we got them. So go get them. Give this team the best chance possible to win a Super Bowl. The best chance. I know some of y'all ain't used to that, but the best chance possible. Ain't no more playing around, Chris Greer. Go get the deal done. All this chatter about Brandon Cook this and Brandon Cook that. Let's see how much he wanted to be a Miami Dolphin now. Let's see how much we wanted him to be a Miami Dolphin. I ain't got no problem with the running backs we have, but we ain't got nobody that's solidified. We got a whole bunch of guys that, they've shown a little something, but none of them have punched in that consistent season where they were the dog. And you bring him in as a running back number 1 and his backups, I mean, oh my gosh. Man, this is a no-brainer. Listen, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I ain't even going to front with y'all. He already a Dolphin. He a Dolphin. I mean, this is just common sense. He's a Dolphin. And for any reason he doesn't become a Dolphin, massive failure. Massive failure. Give me your odds in the comment section on the scale of 1 to 10. 10 being he's a Dolphin, 1 being it ain't no way he coming here. Where's your gauge on it? Put it in the comment section. What is your gauge on it? I'm a 9.8. I'm a 9.8. He's a Dolphin, but that 0.2, this is the Dolphins. This is the Dolphins. I'm a 9.8. I'm a 9.8 because go get Dalvin Cook. Go get another lineman. Beggars can't be choosers. I ain't even going to ask you for 2. Go get one more real lineman. Bro, we winning the Super Bowl. We the Super Bowl. I don't care. Listen, Tua could be average for all I care. We winning the Super Bowl. Well, maybe not. He still got to be good. But you get my point. We winning a Super Bowl. We are winning a Super Bowl. You don't let this roster be this close. Oh, my God. This close. You talk about the biggest debacle of all time. If we blow this, we're winning the Super Bowl. Go ahead, get Dalvin Cook, go get a lineman, and it's a wrap. NFL done. They already know. They might as well go ahead and give us a Lombardi. I know that's why you play the games. It don't matter. It's Super Bowl. Man. And I'm going to be honest. I'm just suppressing how I really feel right now.
I'm trying to be a more calm individual because, you know, I'm seeing more and more grays. I'm just trying to be calm. Listen, Super Bowl. I know people be like, oh, here come this guy again talking Super Bowl. He crazy. Do y'all not see it? Do y'all not see? Remember 3 months ago, I was like, we got to do these 5 things in the Super Bowl. We got the linebacker I told you about. Okay. We got backup quarterbacks, and Skyler's getting better. They keep on raving about how good he's doing. And listen, I'll talk about that in a second, the Skyler Tua thing, because people think I'm a hater, but I'm just being honest with what I'm being told. Like, Skyler's looking good in camp, in OTAs, better than anyway. We got backup quarterback play potentially, right? This could check the bag on running backs. So if anybody get hurt, we ain't worried at all. We ain't worried at all. And now there's only 2 more things, but technically we could live without one. We all know O-line, and beggars can't be choosers. Just give me one really good one. I don't gotta have the left guard and right tackle. I'll just take a left guard that's legitimate. Or if you want to go right tackle and leave the left guard as it is, I'm fine with that too. Just give me one. And we got 2 months to do that. So I feel good because I'm gonna tell you why I feel good in a second. And then tight end, but we don't the way this offense works, we're not gonna utilize the tight end much anyway. So if we can secure Cook, you don't get this close. Like, here's the difference. It's one thing to say, yeah, I like our roster. We should be able to compete this year. That's where everybody is right now. We should be able to make the playoffs and we should be able to compete. Hopefully we do something special. That's where most people are right now. But what about that feeling of, oh, we winning the Super Bowl? We winning the Super Bowl. That's the feeling I'm talking about. I'm sick of this hope stuff. And when you're this close to making 1 or 2 more moves where you can say, oh, we winning the Super Bowl, Chris Greer, if you don't do it. If Chris Greer don't, oh my gosh. You talk about triggered. One thing that I love that God has done in my life is not allow me to be triggered by many things at all. I don't get triggered. That's why when people come at me, they talk about me, they do this and that. Oh, I love you anyway. It don't matter. It don't bother me. This would trigger me. This would trigger me. If you go get Cook and you this close to having a roster that can make everybody say the Dolphins winning the Super Bowl, and you got the money and draft capital to go do it, oh, I'm triggered. Ooh. But that's why I know we're going to do it. We're going to go get Cook. Chris Greer is going to recognize what he built, and he's going to say, you know what? Screw it. Let me go get me a real right tackle, a real left guard. I ain't begging for both. Beggars can't. You want to get both? Hey, oh boy, we're dynasty. How about that? Forget Super Bowl dynasty. But I ain't going to go that far yet. But I'll take one. And if you go do that, Dolphin fans, stand up. Y'all better be talking Super Bowl and stick your chest out. Forget that Dolphins will Dolphin stuff. No, you ain't never seen first of all, you ain't never seen the roster the way it's designed right now. But he go get Cook and then go get another lineman that's legit. Oh, I'm gonna see a Lombardi in my lifetime. Oh my gosh. But let's be humble.
Let's be humble. Let's humble ourselves, and because it ain't happened yet. But I promise, I feel it. We're on the verge. He's gonna do it. We're gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be a big trade for a lineman. We're gonna get Cook because again, you don't want to be bringing Cook in here, and these guys ain't creating no holes. Let me help y'all understand something. But we ran the ball well last year. That is true. But we ran the ball last year because it was a symptom of the fact that people were looking at us like all they do is throw the ball. So we caught them off guard a lot. We caught teams off guard a lot. Another thing you need to think about too, outside of that first Buffalo game, when we did run the ball well, we were losing. Like teams were shutting us down passing, and then in the third quarter, we want to run the heck out of the rock, and it's working, but we lost because we waited too late. So all this good running happened in games where we were airing it out, we were throwing the ball, and all this and that. Teams were like, oh, let's focus on the pass, and then we start running. So the running game was not as good as people think it was last year. Yeah, they averaged the yards per carry, but there's context to that. People start leaving the run game open because we threw the ball so much. So Dalvin Cook, you got to go get another lineman too to make sure that we treating that situation right. You don't want to turn him to a 3 yards a carry guy. Go get Dalvin Cook. Go get the lineman. Dolphin fans can hold their head high and say, this is the year that we might win a Super Bowl. This is the year we might win a Super Bowl. I mean, if a running back get hurt, I'm fine. Even if a lineman get hurt, well, that's why we went and got an extra stud. Now we back to the normal, which is fine. Let's deal with that. It softens it. It softens it. And this will also create a team where you just hope 2 players don't go down, because them 2 players go down, it's a wrap anyway. It don't matter. It don't matter. There's 2 players on this team. If they go down, it don't matter. Well, let me say one. There's 1 player on this team. If he go down, it don't matter. And y'all know who that is. Or do y'all? Maybe y'all don't know who that is. There's 1 player on this team. He go down, it's a wrap. I know it's a talented team, but you ain't win no Super Bowl. Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill go down. I don't care about no chosen innocent and Waddle. Okay, they're going to be okay. They're going to put up some numbers. They're going to play well, but it's a wrap. You just need Tyreek Hill to stay healthy. Teron easy, not Teron Armstead, because if you get the additional lineman, you could still make do. If you get another starting caliber lineman, whether it's the guard or the right tackle, when Armstead go out, it's a major blow, but that additional lineman still gives us flexibility. It'll be like Burrow when he was with the Bengals and they still went to the Super. You see what I mean? It'll be like that year with Burrow. So Tyreek Hill is the most important player on this roster. He goes out, it is a wrap of immense proportion, ladies and gentlemen. Some of y'all do not understand. Last year, if it wasn't for Tyreek Hill, you might well scratch out 2 to 3 wins off rip. Last year, if it wasn't for Tyreek Hill, you could scratch out 2 to 3 wins off rip. This offense would have ranked in the 20s. It would have been better. It would have probably been somewhere like 22. That is if you don't see that, just hope you don't have to. Just hope you don't have to. We have no backup center. Well, Connor's playing it. I mean, Eichenberg's playing it right now. But again, I don't like knocking on centers, but center, the way the NFL views it, it's not a big priority unless you're like really like one of the best. Like a lot of teams, they don't worry about center play. They can always find a center. It can hurt you as far as, but it's a position that you could easily help at any point. You know, if you got a really bad center and you recognize that, the way you can scheme the line is where the guards are helping on this nose tackle, or, you know, center is the least important position on the line. A lot of coaches view it that way, even though it's important. The guy who's snapping the ball, snap count, and all of that, I get that. But as long as you got the basics, most coaches don't worry much about centers like that. And they're actually typically some of the centers are like the least paid. Somebody said Liam at center, question mark. TD, why are we not protecting our boy Uno? Nah, they have to put Liam as somebody at center right now. So Liam's the option because and Liam proudly doing it because he know he's struggling everywhere else. So he trying to find a home. But Connor's contract situation, they got to give him his money. They got to give Connor Williams his money. But I'm gonna be honest with you, depending on how Eichenberg does, it might be a blessing in disguise. This might be a blessing in disguise. Connor they might be, I don't know. I ain't seen him or known anything about him at center, but I will say this. You never know. I mean, they might be like, man, I think Connor can hold down this center position. There's less responsibility for him. Them short arms won't be exposed as much. You know, and we can get him help with them nose tackles because he ain't going one-on-one against he ain't going one-on-one against no true middle zero tech at all. So they definitely gonna have to scheme up the help with them guards. But putting Connor back at guard, you see, what people need to realize is Connor was rated a higher center than he was a guard, but he's still a better guard than he was a center. This is what people need to understand. Connor Williams belongs at guard. He is, in my opinion, an elite guard. And I know the numbers say he's an elite center now too, but trust me, he is more valuable at the left guard position than center. It's just we had to put him at center because they thought that they had enough to work out at guard. And he was the only thing we had. But if you can kick Connor back at left guard and Eichenberg can work out at center, you have a rock solid four: Armstead, Connor, Eichenberg, Hunt. And you got to figure out that right tackle situation. And obviously, it's Austin Jackson's job to lose, so he's going to be there. What version of Austin Jackson are we going to get? Y'all got to remember Austin Jackson, when he was a rookie, he had the same promise as Robert Hunt. He was playing just as well as Robert Hunt has. Well, actually, he was playing better considering he's a first-round pick playing the hardest position at left tackle. People forget that about Austin Jackson. He was actually came into the NFL as a immediate, I'm not going to say success like balling, but immediate, he holding his own. Okay, we getting good play out of our first-round left tackle. Then he got hurt. Ain't been the same since. Like as far as production and, grading and the way he grade out, ain't been the same since. So the potential had been there. Is just, can we get him back to it? Can we get him back to it? And the hard part about getting him back to it is that he's no longer on the left side where he belongs. Don't forget, that's where he belongs. Let's not forget that. So the transition at guard and then right tackle now, all of that, is just like Tua with all the coordinators and different things like that. It's a mix. So you got to take that into consideration as well. Like, I can't believe I'm finna go down this road. But, well, first of all, y'all know, if you watch this show enough, you know that I tell y'all the only issue I have with this team, there's too many hopes. I love the roster, but there's too many hopes. And for those who are new viewers today, when I say there's too many hopes, this is what I mean. We hope Tua stay healthy. We hope Armstead stay healthy. We hope Eichenberg get better. We heard Austin Jackson gets better. We hope X stay healthy. We hope David Long doesn't get hurt again. We hope a tight end steps up. We hope our running backs don't get hurt like they've been doing. We hope. I mean, we got a roster full of hope because there's too many things that have happened on a regular basis that you just hope it don't happen. Then you feel good, but it's football. Some of them gonna happen, and you hope that the right ones don't. You know, so I'm about to go down the road of hope. Do y'all realize if Austin Jackson can get back to form, because slim down and all that stuff, and what if he can get back to that first 6 games or whatever as a rookie? And then Eichenberg works out at center and Connors at left guard, and we got a legitimate offensive line. Tua stays healthy. This defense is Fangio-esque. He gets it to be another one of his prominent defenses because there's no guarantees. People need to realize every defense he's ever went to did not ball out, but some really, really, really did. If we could get these things to jail and we could be running through this season and stay relatively healthy, it's the best team in the NFL. Best team in the NFL. But let's be honest. When the Denver Broncos got Russell Wilson, they had a similar roster like this. They maybe didn't have the receivers that we have, but they had the linebackers we didn't have. They may have not had whatever we had, but they had the O-line. Denver had a roster. People need to realize that Denver was loaded and had a roster and a top defense. And as you can see, that defense was giving up only like 12 points a game for the first 8 weeks. That's historic. And look at what happened to them. Denver's wide receivers are really good. I agree, but they ain't us. So that's why I was saying give or take anyway. They did have good wide receivers regardless. But Denver's squad was loaded. But one element killed it, coaching, or 2, Russell Wilson, just depends. We're going to find out this year because I know Sean Payton ain't going out like that. You ain't going to be able to blame it on coaching this year. You ain't going to be able to blame it on coaching this year. And Sean Payton gonna have them up and rolling. That's why I got Denver being a playoff team this year, and that's an issue I have. This is why I tell y'all, the Miami Dolphins need to do a little bit more because you cannot be talking about a wild card, Dolphin fans. You cannot be talking about a wild card. If you don't win the division in the AFC East, that tells you that we beat each other up too much. And teams like the Browns, teams like Denver, those guys are going to get in. Dolphin fans need to realize we cannot be talking wild card. In our conversation, there does not need to be, we just need to get in. No, we need to win the division. We have to win the division. You take that chance of just getting in, you won't. Man, this ain't last year. 9 ain't gonna get you there this year. I'm shocked 9 got us there this year. And the only reason that happened is because what happened in the AFC South and also what happened with the Raiders in Denver. Nobody expected that. The Raiders in Denver. That's the only reason this season went down like that. The AFC South, the Raiders in Denver. Don't forget, under Flores, 10 wins didn't get us in. And that was one less game on the season, which it should have been easier to get in with 10. So please understand, 9 last year was a case of the way that the conference shifted. You had a whole division that was just garbage. So, teams with 10 wins and 11 wins are going to be talking about wild card. 10 and 11 win teams going to be talking wild card. So we got to stop this. We just need to make the playoffs. Screw that. We need to win the division. Because not only that, ladies and gentlemen, another thing about the playoffs, man, we need a home game. We need a home game. Everybody, we just want to get in. No, you want to get in and be at home.
Have that crowd behind you. Have the fans behind you. That's what it's about. Shout out to the homie Jets Unleashed said, I heard that Jets is interested in Cook as well. TikTok, LOL. Listen, man, nobody worrying about no Jets. Y'all ain't gonna get them. I mean, that'll be massive. That'll be huge for y'all, but it ain't happening. It's just not happening. One moment, y'all. All right, my bad, y'all. I got a guest right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream, man. That's what I wanted to talk to y'all about, Dalvin Cook. It's time to put up or shut up, Miami. It's time to put up or shut up. We're gonna keep our eyes on this situation. Y'all already know I'll be live later, coming back at y'all to talk more about this and keep an eye on it, man. We got to get it done. Fins up no matter what. Y'all hit that like button, because we had 400 people watching, but only 110 likes. So punch that like button on your way out, ladies and gentlemen. And again, make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. Again, all the breaking news, when it drop, I try to hit it right away. All right. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Fans up no matter what. Start saying Super Bowl. Don't be scared to say it. Start saying it. All right. Peace, y'all. I'll see y'all soon.